say the sins of the father will be passed on. I'ma spend every dollar till the cash gone. Hope they remember my name once I pass on. I'ma leave you some jewels you can latch on.
Well, let me give you the formula to success real quick. Like I said, it's very simple, but it's not easy. The formula is this. You have to be and you have to do, then you can have anything your heart desires. Anything you want in life. You first gotta be, then you gotta do. The be is the becoming. Now you might ask, what you mean by that? What you mean by becoming? You gotta become a totally different person. The be is the thoughts, it's the thinking, it's the willpower, it's the drive, it's the ambition. The be is the way you process information. The be is the self-awareness. The be is that thing that inspires you. The be is the why. You have to become a totally different individual. The doing is the action steps, the technique. The doing is the strategies, the system. That's the doing. And once you apply the be to the doing, you're gonna see exponential results. Because the having is the manifestation of your thoughts and your deeds. I'm gonna say that again. The having is the manifestation of your thoughts and deeds. You have to be, do, then you can have anything you want in your life. A lot of y'all are avoiding becoming a different person. Y'all avoiding the work and the trials and tribulations and the thought process and the things that you gotta go through. You don't wanna go through the hardship that it takes to be successful. You don't want to go through the hard times. You just want it to happen like this. And you wanted to cry. You want to cry about how your life is not going right. You want to cry about this person is not putting you on. That person is not helping you. You want to just make excuses. You're suffering from a disease called excuse-itis. You did? That's a disease that came about from Zig Ziglar. He wrote a book called See You at the Top. I advise y'all to get that. Yeah. Zig Ziglar said, the disease of the mind is excuse-itis. Every day you make an excuse for why you in the hole that you in. Every day you making an excuse why you're not successful. The rich is taking up all the money. You coming up with everything under the sun, but not looking in the mirror and looking at yourself and taking accountability for you not living the life you want. See, when I was broke, busted, disgusted, and couldn't be trusted, and I ain't had a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of, I didn't make excuses, man. I just focused on what I wanted. You dig? That's it. That's all I did. I focused on what I wanted. But I knew I had to become a different person in order to achieve what I wanted. I couldn't have been the same immature teenager getting in all the troubles, chasing girls. See, at a young age, I knew girls would be my downfall. You know what I'm saying? I knew at a young age, women would be my downfall. Let me tell you how I know it. Or better yet, let me tell you how I knew it. Because when I was young, I couldn't go a day without talking to a female. I mean that. I couldn't go a day without just to be in the presence of a female. I always wanted to be in the presence of a female. You dig? Every day. My day was not completed unless I communicated with a female. That's how I was thinking as a young child. And I knew if I didn't get out of this thing that I was doing and feeling, women would be my downfall because I wouldn't be able to focus on my goals. I'd just be focused on chasing women. At that particular age, 15, 14, even at the age of 13, I would be thinking of women crazy all day. I couldn't wait to get to school so I can holler at my little girlfriend. And I was a player at a young age. I had 4 and 5 and 6 girls in the same school. You dig? I might be in the 8th grade. My girlfriend is in the 11th grade, 12th grade. Yeah, I always had it that way. That's just been my life. I can't even tell you a time when I didn't have it that way. But I knew at an early age, if I didn't figure this shit out, women would be my downfall. So I started to put my attention into other things. I started to focus on other things, you feel me? And I started to focus on my goal and start to find passion in music. What's your passion? What you love doing? No matter what it is, you're gonna have to follow that formula. First, you got to be. Then you gotta apply the doing. Then you can have anything you want in life. It's a simple formula.